Chosen one, this message has reached you at the perfect time. It is no accident. It is divine alignment. You have been wondering, questioning, seeking answers about your journey, and now the truth is unfolding before you. What you are about to hear will change your perspective forever. They thought it was over for you. They laughed. They dismissed you. They turned their backs. But now they are watching in disbelief. They are stunned by your success, and they don't understand how you made it through. But you do. You know the battle. You know the suffering. And most importantly, you know the power that has been guiding you all along. Before we go any further, I need you to do something. Comment 333 if this message is speaking to your spirit. Let the world know you are still standing. Let the universe echo your resilience. And if you're ready to hear the truth about your rise, stay with me until the end. Because this message is going to shift your mindset forever. You see, the journey of the chosen one is never easy. It is filled with trials, betrayals, and moments where even you doubted if you could keep going. They looked at your struggle and assumed you would never rise again. They whispered behind your back, saying you were finished. They distanced themselves, thinking there was no future for you. Some even mocked you, enjoying your downfall as if it was permanent. But what they did not understand is that you were never walking alone. You were never abandoned. You were never forsaken. The hand of the divine was upon you the entire time. Even in the silence, even in the suffering, even when you thought everything was lost. What they saw as your failure was only the beginning of your transformation. The world operates on surface-level vision, but the chosen ones walk by faith. What looks like the end to ordinary people is only a rebirth for those who have been chosen by God. They expected you to stay broken, but instead, you were being rebuilt. They thought you were forgotten, but in reality, you were being hidden for something greater. And now, the shift has come. They don't even recognize you anymore. The old version of you, the one they doubted, no longer exists. What stands before them now is something extraordinary, something divine, something unshakable. They are amazed, confused, and some of them are even afraid, because what they thought was your ending turned out to be your elevation. But listen to me, chosen one. This is just the beginning. This success, this glow, this newfound power you feel, it is only the surface of what is coming. And the same people who dismissed you will soon be forced to acknowledge the greatness they once overlooked. The tables have turned. Destiny is unfolding. And what is written for you can never be erased. Stay with me, because what comes next will open your eyes even further. The journey has been long, but the reward is now here. Let's go deeper. There was a time when everything around you seemed to crumble. Nothing was working, no doors were opening, and every attempt to move forward felt like hitting a brick wall. You prayed, you fought, you did everything in your power to hold on, but it seemed like the world was pushing you into the ground. It was in this season that they looked at you and thought, this is it. They're done. They counted you out, believing you had reached your breaking point. People who once stood by your side suddenly disappeared. They distanced themselves, not wanting to be associated with your struggle. Some whispered behind your back, making a mockery of your pain. Others simply ignored you, as if you had never existed. You felt alone, abandoned, unseen. But what they didn't realize is that God was watching the entire time. He saw the rejection. He saw the betrayals. He saw the pain that no one else understood. And instead of intervening immediately, he allowed it to happen. Not because he didn't love you, but because he was preparing something far greater than you could have imagined. This was the season of your breaking, but it was also the season of your making. The chosen ones are not built in comfort. They are refined through the fire, shaped through adversity, and strengthened through pain. What they saw as your destruction was actually your transformation. But they couldn't see that. All they saw was the struggle. They looked at your financial troubles, your emotional pain, your isolation, and assumed that it was the end for you. They mistook your temporary setback for a permanent failure. They didn't understand that the chosen one must go through a period of separation. Before elevation comes isolation. Before God reveals your greatness to the world, He hides you. He pulls you away from distractions, from toxic people, from situations that no longer serve you. And while you were in this season of separation, they thought you had lost everything. They thought you had been forsaken. But what they failed to realize was that you were never alone. You were in training. Do you remember those nights when you cried yourself to sleep, asking why? Do you remember the frustration, the confusion, the feeling of being stuck in a cycle of hardship? That was your testing ground. That was where your spirit was being strengthened. That was where your mind was being transformed. You see, the chosen ones do not rise through luck or coincidence. They rise because they have endured what others could not. The level of success, wisdom, and power that is destined for you requires deep preparation. And that preparation? It happens in the dark season. They saw you struggle financially and assumed you would stay broke. They saw you go through heartbreak and assumed you would never love again. They saw you lose opportunities and assumed you would never recover. What they didn't realize was that every loss was simply clearing the way for something greater. Every rejection was a redirection. Every closed door was God's way of saying, "Not this one. I have something better for you." But during this season, it was hard to see that. It felt like the world was against you. It felt like no matter how much you prayed, things only got worse. You questioned your faith. You wondered if maybe you weren't as strong as you thought. And worst of all, you started to believe the lies. The lies that told you you weren't good enough, that your time had passed, that maybe, just maybe, they were right about you. Let me tell you something, chosen one. They were never right about you. They spoke from their limited understanding, from their surface-level vision. But God sees beyond what the human eye can comprehend. He saw your potential when they only saw your pain. He saw your destiny when they only saw your downfall. And while they were busy talking about you, doubting you, and underestimating you, God was working in silence. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. That pain you endured, it was necessary. That betrayal you experienced, it was part of the plan. That loneliness you felt, it was God's way of separating you from people who could not go where He was taking you. Every tear, every sleepless night, every battle, it all served a purpose. And now, that purpose is being revealed. The same people who doubted you are about to witness something they never expected. The same ones who walked away will soon regret it. Because what they failed to realize is that the chosen one is never truly defeated. They may fall, but they rise again. They may be wounded, but they heal stronger. They may be overlooked, but in due time, they are revealed in all their glory. They thought it was over for you, but they were wrong. They were always wrong. And now, as the shift begins, they will be forced to watch the very thing they never saw coming: your rise. Let's go deeper. What they didn't see was what was happening behind the scenes. While they were convinced that you were finished, that you were broken beyond repair, something powerful was taking place in the unseen. God was working, shaping, refining, and preparing you in ways that only those with spiritual eyes can comprehend. The world operates on what it can see. People judge based on what is visible: your struggles, your failures, your setbacks. But the chosen one's journey is not built on what is seen. It is forged in the unseen, in the spiritual realm, long before it manifests in the physical. While they were laughing at your situation, assuming you were stuck, you were actually being elevated in secret. This is the nature of divine preparation. Before God brings the chosen ones into their true calling, He hides them. He removes them from distractions, from toxic influences, from anything that could interfere with their transformation. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. You weren't losing, you were learning. Every challenge, every disappointment, every moment of uncertainty was a part of your refinement. Think about the greatest warriors, the most powerful leaders, the ones who changed the course of history. None of them were made in comfort. They were made in battle. They were tested, hardened, and strengthened long before they were ever seen by the world. And so were you. During your hidden season, you were stripped of everything that no longer served your higher purpose. Friendships dissolved, relationships ended, opportunities vanished. It felt like your world was being turned upside down, but in reality, it was being rebuilt from the foundation up. God was removing everything that could not go with you into your next chapter. And let me tell you something. Chosen one, not everyone is meant to come with you. Some people were only assigned to your past, not your future. Some connections were only meant to be temporary, not eternal. And God, in His wisdom, knew that if He didn't separate you, you would have never let go. So, He pulled you away. He closed the doors. He forced you into solitude. He made sure that you had no choice but to rely on Him and Him alone. It was in this season of isolation that you discovered who you truly are. Without the distractions, without the noise, without the opinions of others, you were able to hear the voice of God more clearly than ever before. It was in the quiet moments, in the stillness, in the darkness, that your spirit grew stronger. You learned patience. You learned resilience. You learned the true power of faith. You began to trust the process, even when you couldn't see the outcome. You learned to surrender, to let go of your need to control everything, and to allow divine timing to take its course. And while you were growing, the world was unaware. They thought nothing was happening. They assumed you were just sitting in failure, doing nothing. But they didn't know that deep within, a powerful transformation was taking place. You were being molded into the person you were always meant to be. Do you think it was a coincidence that you went through everything you did? That you faced battles no one else understood? That you carried burdens that would have crushed the average person? It was all part of the preparation. The chosen ones are not like everyone else. Their path is different. Their struggles are heavier. Their challenges are greater. But their rewards are beyond comprehension. Because when they rise, they don't rise like ordinary people. They rise in a way that leaves everyone speechless. They rise in a way that makes even their enemies wonder how they survived. And now that time has come. The hidden work is complete. The refining is done. The pain that once weighed you down has now become your greatest strength. What once broke you has now built you. And the same people who doubted you are about to witness something they never expected. Your transformation into the person God intended you to be all along. They didn't see the preparation, but they will see the result. They didn't see the struggle, but they will see the glory. They didn't believe in you, but now they will have no choice but to acknowledge what has been ordained. Because the chosen one does not stay in the shadows forever. The time of hiding is over. The time of revealing has begun. And nothing can stop what has already been set in motion. Something changed, didn't it? You can feel it. You may not be able to fully explain it, but deep in your spirit, you know, something has shifted. The air is different. The energy has moved. You are not the same person you were before, and now everything around you is beginning to reflect that. This is the divine shift, the moment where everything turns in your favor, the moment when the struggles of the past suddenly make sense. The moment when doors that were once closed begin to open without effort. The moment when those who overlooked you are forced to watch you rise. You see, chosen one, the world did not expect this. They thought you were finished. They assumed that the weight of your hardships had buried you. They thought that when they left you, when they dismissed you, when they doubted you, that would be the end of your story. But what they did not understand is that you were never buried. You were only planted. Every great transformation requires a period of hidden growth. A caterpillar is confined in darkness before it spreads its wings. A seed is buried in silence before it breaks through the earth. And just like that, you had to go through a season where no one saw your progress, where it looked like nothing was happening. But now, the breakthrough is here. This rise was never by accident. It was divinely orchestrated. The shift that is happening in your life is not luck, it is not coincidence. It is prophecy being fulfilled. What was written for you before you were even born is now coming into reality. Everything you lost, everything you sacrificed, everything you endured, none of it was wasted. It was all preparation for this moment. And now, the world is witnessing something they never expected. The same ones who ignored you are now watching you. The same ones who doubted you are now whispering about you. The same ones who thought you would never make it are now in awe of your success. But do not be surprised, chosen one. This is how it has always been. People only recognize greatness after it has already risen. They only believe when they can see. They never understand that true power is formed in the unseen, in the spirit, in the quiet moments of discipline and faith. You are stepping into a season where things will begin to align effortlessly. What once felt like a constant struggle will now flow with ease. Opportunities will appear as if from nowhere. The very things you prayed for are now manifesting before your eyes. But do not mistake this for a sudden event. This has been in motion all along. The shift was happening even when you couldn't see it. The preparation was unfolding even when you felt stuck. And now, the time has come for the world to see what God has been doing all along. But listen to me carefully, chosen one. This is just the beginning. The divine shift is not just about your rise. It is about who you become in this rise. This new level requires a new mindset, a new level of discipline, a new level of wisdom. You cannot bring old habits into this new chapter. You cannot allow distractions to pull you back into the past. The chosen ones do not rise for their own benefit. They rise because they have a purpose greater than themselves. You are being elevated not just to enjoy the rewards, but to fulfill a divine assignment. This is why your journey was so difficult. This is why you had to endure so much. Because what you carry is not small. What you carry is meant to impact the world. And that is why the enemy fought you so hard. That is why the attacks were so relentless. That is why people turned against you for no reason. Because your rise was always destined, and forces beyond this world wanted to stop you before you realized who you truly are. But they failed. They tried to break you, but you only grew stronger. They tried to silence you, but your voice only became louder. They tried to stop you, but they could not stop what God had already set in motion. Now, as you step into this new season, do not look back. Do not waste energy explaining yourself to those who refuse to see your worth before. Do not lower yourself to make others comfortable with your success. Walk boldly in your purpose. Move with confidence, with wisdom, with divine authority. Because this shift is permanent. What God has given you, no one can take away. What is meant for you will never be stolen. What has been written for you cannot be undone. This is your time. This is your season. The rise is happening now, and nothing can stop it. Now the shift has happened. The tables have turned. The very people who counted you out are watching you rise, and they don't know how to process it. They are amazed, yet confused. They are in shock, yet in denial. They cannot understand how someone they once dismissed, rejected, and doubted is now standing in victory. They thought they knew your story. They thought they had you figured out. They believed your struggle was permanent. But now, every assumption they made about you has been shattered. The same ones who whispered behind your back are now whispering about you in a different way. How did this happen? When did they change? Where did this power come from? They are trying to make sense of something that is beyond their comprehension. Because here's the truth, chosen one. They never saw the hidden work. They only saw the outer struggle, but they never witnessed the transformation that took place within you. They saw the hardships, but not the healing. They saw the losses, but not the lessons. They saw the breakdown, but not the breakthrough. And now they are left confused. They don't understand how you went from being overlooked to being unstoppable. How you went from being cast aside to being elevated. Some of them will try to rationalize it, convincing themselves that maybe it was just luck, that maybe you somehow stumbled into success. Others will remain in denial, refusing to believe that you could ever rise above what they expected of you. But there is another group, the ones who are silently watching, the ones who were once indifferent but are now intrigued. They may not say it out loud, but deep inside they know that something divine is at work in your life. They are seeing proof of a power greater than their understanding. And then there are those who are jealous, those who cannot stand to see you rise, the ones who secretly wanted you to fail, not because you ever did anything to them, but because your success exposes their own insecurities. They thought they had left you behind, but now it is they who feel left behind. Some will try to come back, acting as if they have always supported you. They will reach out, pretending they never doubted you, hoping to find a way back into your life. They will say things like, "I always knew you had potential," or "I knew you would make it." But you know the truth. You remember how they left, how they spoke against you, how they turned away when you needed them the most. And then there are those who will simply remain silent. They won't congratulate you. They won't acknowledge your growth. They won't say a word. Not because they don't see it, but because they don't want to admit that they were wrong about you. Their pride won't allow them to celebrate you. But none of this should surprise you. This is how it has always been with the chosen ones. The world does not know how to handle those who rise against all odds. They expect failure to be final, but they do not understand that God has the final say. They expect struggle to define you, but they do not realize that struggle refines you. And now, as they watch, they are witnessing something beyond their understanding. They see you shining, but they don't understand the cost. They see your strength, but they don't know what it took to build it. They see your elevation, but they have no idea of the battles you had to fight in silence. Chosen one, let them be amazed. Let them be confused. Let them question. Let them wonder. Let them wrestle with their own disbelief. Because this is not about them. This is about you stepping into your divine destiny. You do not owe them an explanation. You do not need their validation. You do not need their approval. You are no longer the person they once knew. You have outgrown their limited expectations. You have transcended their false judgments. You have risen above the place they thought you would always stay in. And now, they must watch as you continue to rise. Whether they are amazed, confused, jealous, or silent, it does not matter. What matters is that nothing can stop what has been divinely ordained for you. So walk forward with confidence. Keep your head high. Let them watch. Because what they see now, it is only the beginning. Now that you've risen, now that the shift has happened, now that the world is watching in awe and confusion, what comes next? What is the next move for the chosen one? Because let me tell you, chosen one, success is not the final destination. This is just the beginning. You did not go through all that pain, all that isolation, all that transformation just to stop here. God did not bring you this far just for you to sit back and enjoy the applause of those who once doubted you. No, your journey has a higher purpose, and now is the time to step fully into it. The first thing you must do is protect your energy. The moment you start shining, the moment you start rising, you will attract all kinds of energies, some good, some bad. Not everyone who claps for you is happy for you. Not everyone who comes back into your life has good intentions. Some are only coming close because they see what you have now. Others want access to your blessings without having endured the trials that made you who you are today. You must be discerning. You must be wise. Just because someone was once a part of your past does not mean they deserve a place in your future. Your time of isolation taught you this. Your dark season revealed who was truly for you and who was only there for convenience. Do not ignore what was already shown to you. Your next move must be to stay focused on your purpose. The elevation you're experiencing is not just for you. It is for those you are meant to lead, inspire, and awaken. The chosen ones are not placed in positions of power just for personal gain. You have been called to be a light, to guide others, to show them that rising from the ashes is possible. Do not get comfortable. Do not let success make you complacent. You are still on a mission, and that mission is far greater than any material achievement. This is the time to walk boldly in your calling, to step fully into the role that was always meant for you. You must also stay humble, yet unshakable. Yes, you have overcome great obstacles. Yes, you have silenced the doubters. Yes, you have proven them wrong. But do not let pride take root in your spirit. The chosen one remains powerful, not because of ego, but because of alignment with a higher purpose. Stay grounded. Remember who you are. Keep your heart pure, your intentions clear, and your spirit connected to divine guidance. At the same time, do not shrink yourself for the comfort of others. Some will say, "You've changed." Some will try to guilt-trip you for growing beyond who you used to be. Let them talk. Let them think what they want. The truth is, you were never meant to stay the same. You were meant to evolve, to rise, to ascend to levels that most people cannot comprehend. Your next move must be to move in silence. The most powerful transformations happen when no one is watching. The greatest achievements are built in quiet focus. The more you share your plans, the more you expose yourself to energies that do not align with your vision. Not everyone needs to know your next step. Not everyone deserves access to your process. Work in silence. Build in silence. Let them see the results, not the blueprint. And finally, your next move must be to walk in unwavering confidence. You are no longer that person who doubted themselves. You are no longer seeking approval. You no longer need validation. You know who you are. You know what you carry. You know the power that flows through you. There is no need to prove anything to anyone anymore. The chosen one walks boldly, not because of arrogance, but because of divine certainty. You know that what is meant for you can never be taken away. You know that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You know that every setback was just a setup for something greater. And now, you move differently because you have stepped into your true power. So move with wisdom, move with purpose, move with divine confidence. Because this is only the beginning. Chosen one, you have made it through. The battle that was meant to break you only built you. The season of isolation, the pain, the doubts, the betrayals, all of it was necessary. Now you see why. Now you understand that it was never the end, only a divine setup for something greater. They thought it was over for you, but now they are watching in amazement. And some of them, they can't even find the words to explain it. But you don't need their words. You don't need their validation. You have been chosen by God, and nothing they say or do can change that. Now walk boldly into this next season. Leave behind what no longer serves you. Protect your energy, move with wisdom, and never shrink yourself for the comfort of others. What is meant for you is already unfolding. The doors that were once closed are now opening. The success, the abundance, the divine purpose, it is all here. It is time to embrace it fully. And if this message has spoken to your spirit, if you know this is your time, comment 333 below. Let it be known that you are stepping into your destiny. Let the universe echo your presence. Share this message with someone who needs it, because there are others out there just like you who are still in their dark season. They need to know that their story is not over. They need to know that their rise is coming. Stay strong, stay focused, and never forget, the chosen one does not beg for a seat at the table. They build their own. Your time is now. Keep rising, keep walking in purpose, keep shining. Until next time, stay blessed.